Welcome to Bookish Babble. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the podcast. We're very excited today. We're in the spooky vibes.
Yes.
You can tell by my shirt. You guys are kind of in the vibes. I see. Dark and...
We're not darker.
yeah,
clothes.
it's fine. Today, we are going to be talking about Freida McFadden's book, Never Lie. I finished this book in less than a day.
Same.
It was so good.
Yeah,
I'm
was.
very excited to hop into this and discuss the book. Let's start with what everybody thought of the book and all of that, and like what you rated it,
Okay.
like star wise, and
And then
stuff.
we'll get into like our theories on it and like
yeah, because again,
you know,
there's
a lot.
Literally, Paige has this huge thread of me texting her because she already read the book a couple months ago, and I'm just like, girl,
It was so great to watch you go through the exact same thought process that I did when I read it a couple months ago. And I was like, girl, you have no fucking idea. Because
Yeah.
it was so good. And this was my first I think this was all of our first Freida McFadden
Yes.
book.
Yes.
So I had heard about this through, you guys know the book talker Bean?
I love her.
Yeah,
If
I
you
love-
watch
I
our
love her.
podcast, I think I'd cry. I love her so much.
What if we had her on the podcast?
I would,
Oh my gosh.
I would crap my pants.
But so basically, I had never really heard of Freida McFadden, and watching Bean's TikTok, she normally does romance reviews, but this popped up, and she said that this was by far her most favorite Freida McFadden book, and I was like, why not start
With the best
with
one,
a favorite?
obviously.
So I read it, jaw dropping. Like, I had been so used to thrillers because I had read them so much that I started guessing endings a lot of the time. Her books made me realize, oh, I don't know shit, and I have just been reading like, what's the word?
Like that same trope, predictable.
Yeah, but like, there was an element of predictability. Predictability. That's
yeah.
English. But there was just a certain level of predictability.
Yeah.
Did I say it wrong again?
No,
No,
I'm
you're
just,
good,
I'm just
you're
laughing
good.
because you said
You
it
were
wrong
reading.
the first
You
time.
were. You were reading the same type of formula used, and you just so happen to be picking up books with a very similar formula.
Yes.
You didn't know there was other thrillers out there.
Yes.
Probably part by chance, other part by, like taste. Like you were just picking it up, knowing that.
Exactly.
You enjoyed that.
Because, I am somebody who shops by cover. Because that's what gets you interested in the first place. I have no shame.
They the thriller books kind of scare me. That's why I don't pick them up.
I think
Like the
Me
covers.
too.
And
I
I'm
thought
like,
I was gonna be so scared.
well, I was
it's
literally,
not a horror book.
no, I was literally sitting at work and I'm like looking behind me like, anybody there?
No,
Or-
but because I like.
That's how I am.
I think-
I don't watch scary movies or like.
I don't
No,
I
but
get
like,
scared.
see, I don't watch scary movies. Like, I think horror is different than thriller because horror, I'd be like,
Yes.
oh, that's like
It's all jump
spooky
scares.
and jump scares.
Yeah.
This is like could be real life stuff.
Yeah, this is
That's why I don't read these, is
This-
because they're actually scary.
this is very psychological, and I love thrillers because of that. But in a way, these are scarier than normal horror movies because it's fine and all for like a fake villain.
Yeah.
When the villains are just normal people.
And just going to her house.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows where she lives, and they keep saying you need security like cameras there and stuff. I'm like, girl, everybody knows you don't have it. Like, get on that.
It's
Yeah.
practically written on her forehead. No alarms at my house.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
come kill
Come
me.
over. But yeah. What was the original question? My review.
Your review.
Point is, I loved it. I rated it 4 stars at the time of reading it. I really, really loved it. I love her writing style. I was fooled until the very end.
Okay.
And that ending in the epilogue is always where her books are like, it tosses in that last fucking puzzle piece, and you're just
it was
like,
like creepy.
oh my god.
It was really unsettling. Yeah.
It very much was, and I will let you guys get into that more because it's fresher in your minds than mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, I loved it. I love her books, and I can't wait to read even more of them. And hopefully, I manage to get you guys hooked on her books.
I'm already
Yeah.
hooked. I'm ready for the next one.
Yeah.
yes.
My mom likes Freida McFadden too. She's like, oh my gosh, I just read this book and I need the next one. I'm like, well, it's not out yet. It was the Housemaid, but the third
Yes.
one came out, I think this past summer or something.
It did, yeah.
She was like, I need the third one. I was like, Mom, it's not out yet. It's coming out. But yeah. Anyway.
Meanwhile, how do you feel about when ACOTAR 6 is releasing?
Oh my
We'll
god.
all be like in nursing homes by the time that book comes out. Just saying, we're like,
Again, another crap
Sarah
pants
J.
moment.
Maas, where are you?
Yeah, literally.
She's disappeared.
Are you there,
gonna-
Sarah J. Maas?
It's gonna pop off though. Can't wait. Obviously.
So exciting.
Ac-
Oh, I know you have your little ghost ACOTAR bookies. Book
Yeah,
ghosties.
I do. Katie, you want to go next for your review?
Yeah, I rated it a 4-star, just because it was my first thriller, so I didn't want to set the bar. I didn't know where the bar is, you know, because like I have not read any other thrillers.
4 stars what I rated
So yeah, and
Very-
like
very
it
solid
was
review.
good. Like overall, I really enjoyed it. So like I feel like 4 stars is a good base because I don't know what else is out there, and maybe I'll go back and I'll reread it, and it'll be a 5-star next time I read it because I'll know what else is out there and stuff.
Yeah,
but
you
I
have stuff to compare it to.
really enjoyed it. I started it and finished it in a day. But what's really funny, I know Skylar knows it's coming. So I did the audiobook for this one.
Oh, right.
And
Womp
So-
womp is all I have to say to this.
You both did the
So-
audiobook, right? You both did. The
Yeah,
audiobook.
but
she did Audible, right? You
no,
did
I
Audible?
had
Oh,
Hoopla.
you had Hoopla.
Yeah.
So I
Oh.
was gonna do Audible, but my husband used the free credit for the month.
Oh my god, your husband.
I
Sorry.
was not ready for that H-bomb.
Why are we like this?
That was incredible.
He used
Anyway, nice job, Steve.
he used the free credit of the month, and
So rude of him.
I was very rude. He didn't tell me he was going to use it. And he used it on something stupid, too. I do have to add. So I was pretty pissed. So thank God for Spotify, because Spotify had it. I was using Spotify, ran out of my listening hours for the month.
That's
in
the
the middle of
worst.
reading
In the middle of reading it. So,
Like,
well, no,
Spotify
No.
Needs to stop.
I know. They
like,
need
we
to
pay
stop.
enough.
I already pay them so much.
Right, we already pay enough money. Let us
Yeah.
read. All right?
I get it's like hourly.
Love you, Spotify.
Yeah, I know. I love Spotify. But I get it's like an hourly thing and it's not like per book like how Audible is. But it
Why?
pisses me off because if I'm in the middle of the book, it'll like at the end of the chapter, it'll literally just stop. Anyway.
Yes.
Anyway,
Ugh.
besides that, I couldn't find a copy of the book anywhere. And I was driving on the parkway. I should not have been on my phone while driving. But I was driving on the parkway
This
listening.
was
and
important.
this is important because I can't, like, in my brain, I'm not going to pick up my phone while I'm driving, obviously. So I'm trying to, like, ask Siri to, like, buy the book on Spotify or Audible, add more hours, do whatever, and I
We're
cannot.
so desperate.
I was so desperate. So the only thing I can manage to do was open YouTube and ask Siri to, like, search and then play it.
Right.
And this was the version that I had to listen for the remainder of my hour commute home.
Hold up to the mic.
I know I'm going to. Hold on. I gotta
Don't
get
put it too close because then we like.
You can always overlay it too.
Ethan is right, we can't have him wandering around the house while we're trapped here. I can breathe easier once Luke is bound on the couch. There won't be any more mysterious crashes around the house.
This is like
Who's-
Stephen Hawking, but girl version.
No,
reading
it reminds me of like when you're watching TikTok and the Reddit posts come up and you're watching
Oh, yeah,
Subway
the AI
Surfer.
Yes.
Yeah, either Subway Surfer or like the Minecraft parkour.
Yes. But like,
So
who recorded that and thought that was good?
I had to listen to the remainder of the book like that because I was driving and I couldn't. By the time I got home, I was like done with the book.
Right.
But because I only had like an hour left of
And
the read.
if you're the person that did that, pop off. I can't read aloud, but like,
I mean, hey, you got 3K views in less than 3 weeks.
we just needed more spunk. We're just giving you
I
notes.
just need some emotion.
We're just giving
here.
you
Well,
notes.
it's not like that person read it. They typed it into like AI.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway.
continue.
But regardless of that fact, it was still 4 stars because it wasn't AI's fault. I don't know. It was just 4 stars in my heart. Yeah.
Okay. I love that for you.
So you both listened on Audible.
Yes.
When I read this a couple months ago, I was still in the mindset of I'm only going to listen to audiobooks when I'm reading fantasy because so I know the names and the locations and it's easier for me to follow. So I was reading all my thrillers.
Look, we don't all have time like you, Paige, to read during the day. All right? I love you, and I'm jealous of you.
Tears in her eyes.
That's why I'm laughing.
Because I'm jealous, okay? I have to sit at work and listen, and when I'm sitting at work and smut's happening, and I'm like,
You get to listen at work? I don't get to do either at work.
ooh.
Oh, because you work at a desk, so it's like inputting numbers and stuff. I don't
No,
know.
I literally
I'm
just
like-
write on paper all day, like what people donate and stuff for like nonprofits and
yeah.
stuff. Yeah. So
No,
I'm
I
like
get to
doing
do
good, but I'm
neither.
also listening to books.
I
Alright,
get to
well, if
do
you're done-
neither.
All right, well, if you're done abusing me.
Anyway, love you. I'm jealous of you. Heart.
So the reason I was able to read these things back then without an audiobook is because, yes, I did have more time. Now I don't, so I listen to audiobooks for everything. But I read this at work because hold on.
I'd be scared.
No, it's because my job, it's a lot of people in the industry tell me, he's like, oh, it's a lot of hurry up and wait. So I'm doing stuff before the event and after the event, but unless there's like an issue, there's not much I can do during the event. So I will take this with me while a concert's going on, and I would just read. And I finished this in like under 24 hours. Like
Yeah.
it was such an easy read.
It's so hard to put
And I
down
was
too.
hooked.
Yeah.
And so you guys didn't know this because you don't have the physical copy, but the like parts when the audiobook is like reading like the tapes
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
in the book, it's transcribed like an interview.
Oh, that's cool.
So it says DH, which is the doctor,
doctor,
and
then
EJ,
is
and then
That's cool.
literally Billie Eilish is on the stage and Paige is like, hold on, I can't. Luke isn't the murderer. And like Billie's like, listen to me, Paige, and
If it
Paige is
makes
like,
you feel
reading.
any better, it was at a Nicki Minaj concert.
Oh my god, even better.
I'm working the Billie Eilish concert. next
No, you're not. Wait, can you get me a shirt? I'll give you money.
Sure.
I cut you off.
I don't remember. But point is,
You're
I
working
read
Bill-
it
yeah.
physically, so
you
I
liked
didn't
it.
hear it in my head with all the voices and stuff, but it was still so incredible that I was able to just fly through the pages. And the chapters are fairly short.
She hears voices in her head. Sorry, that's all I got out of that.
Unaudible, sweetie.
Just like
LOL.
back when I read. What an archaic time. I'm sorry. I love you, Paige.
I'm younger than you.
LOL.
Do y'all, when you actually like read, do y'all not have like different voices for
I
characters
do,
in your head?
yeah.
Okay.
No, I do.
All right, I felt insane for like 0.5 seconds right there.
No, because you said when I hear voices in my head. That's what you said.
Oh.
Anyway,
meant when
I know what you
hear
meant.
No, we-
audible
Yes,
voices.
yes, yes.
We know. We
All
just
right.
had to,
Tease.
yeah, give a little goofy schmoof.
Okay.
Anyway, we're fine. Anyway, I give it 5 stars. What a shock. I always give everything 5 stars. Okay, I know.
Hey, it's worth it.
Yeah, I loved it. Like I said, this is my first thriller, at least that I've read like as an adult. I feel like I probably read as like a kid, but like I said before, I was literally texting Paige like, oh my gosh, can't believe this is happening. I literally was sending her things in invisible ink because
For some reason.
because I forgot if you said you read it or not, but I knew you did, and that's why I wasn't texting you because I didn't know where you were. And I was just so blown
I was
away.
driving on the Parkway. That's where I was.
Yeah, exactly. And I know we all collectively thought that it was Ethan because EJ. We were like, oh, that makes sense. And just all the sketchy things, like her friends kept saying he was a red flag and this and that. But technically, in the end, he ends up being a red flag because he does end up killing his mom. And like, but she's even worse,
Yeah.
psychopath. And I'm
Trish.
yeah, and I'm so stupid because I didn't realize that like her name's Patricia, and I was like, oh my god, Patricia killed the doctor. I was like, wait, Tricia, that's the same person. But I was very enthralled in this book. I was again at work. I didn't want to put it down, and I had I think like an hour and a half left by the time I got to AJ's house, and I was like, I love you, but I need to put my headphones in and I need to finish this book because it is so good. I can't wait for work tomorrow. Like, I need to know what happens. Like, I was so invested.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of felt like I was back reading Throne of Glass where I couldn't put it down, you know? But obviously in a different, you know.
Yeah, thrillers will do
Yes.
that because it's
Yeah.
it's suspense.
You're on the edge
Yeah.
of your seat.
Yeah.
And
you
it
feel
was
like
just
you
crazy.
can't rest then
Yeah.
until you know what happens.
Yeah, and then they're like, oh, you killed, you know, like, Luke, you killed her. And it's like, no. And then they were like, oh, whose body's under there? But in the floor. And I was like, oh my God, is that the doctor? But then they're like, no, that's EJ in the floor. And I'm like, what? Yeah.
He kind of had it coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like Katie said, we were talking about it before you got here, and she was saying how we were kind of both shocked that the doctor ended up killing somebody.
Yeah.
But I guess like you're working with, yeah, it was self-defense ish.
He was
She kind of
stalking.
went out of her way, though.
She did, but he was stalking her and
was.
Not that we
threatening
can,
her.
not that we could condone anybody killing anybody.
No, but like there was like she could have in a more I get because for the sake of the book, like for the sake of the story,
And she didn't want to ruin her life or
Yes.
his life either, Luke's life.
but with the occupation that she had, surely she could have gone to the police and it would have been believable, saying, "Hey, I'm working with patients that are not completely stable, and I have one that's out of control." No, she jumps right to, "I'm gonna murder this guy."
Like, let me just sink down to their level real quick.
Yes.
Like,
And it didn't really seem like, I mean, maybe I misinterpreted some part of it or I missed something, but it didn't seem like, I get that she was like being stalked and stuff, but like there was no mental shift in her sanity. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it would have been different if I don't remember her name, but if the doctor, the therapist was coming undone throughout the book. It just kind of seemed like she was patient and smiling and then snapped and was I'm going to murder.
I feel like it was because he had the videos of both of them committing like the crimes.
Yeah.
And that was kind of like, okay, you're not just involving me, you're involving like this man that I love, and I don't like that.
Her name's Adrian.
Adrian, okay. And Adrian's like, "Nope, you're out. We're not doing this. You're done." And I'm like, "Oh." And then she involves Tricia.
Yeah.
Patricia. So smart. And she's like, "Well, only one of," because then once she's like, "Where's the body? Is it in your house?" And she's like, for 4 months, she's like, "Girl, you nasty." So, and then she ends up killing her because Pretty Little Liars reference to Can't Keep Secret if, one of them is dead,
Yeah.
that whole thing. But, yeah, it was just crazy. My text thread was wild. I'm sorry.
And
Paige is going to read my text thread of me freaking out about this book because I wanted to.
should I try to do my best Skylar impression, or should I read it normally?
Yeah, do Skylar impression.
This will be okay. I can already see you winding up. This is takes a deep breath. Cause save.
Okay, so her husband, I think, is PL initials from the doctor's book. I took the cassette tape, and I think that's why he hates the portrait, because he's the one that killed the doctor lady. That's my predictions for the book.
Wow.
I'll read it normally, because that's a lot.
And I meant EJ, but I put PL by accident.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm on chapter 9, so could change, but laughing emoji. Welp, JK, because it's a girl. Laughing emoji.
Oh yeah.
I like how Paige is making the faces for laughing emoji.
All caps. He's gotta be the fucking killer, bro. His parents. Come on. The doctor? These are all in invisible ink, so I gotta scrub it.
I did because I forgot if you read it or
No,
not.
I know.
So I got nervous.
Let me scrub. Still in all caps. Tell me he's fucking EJ. Oh my god, because his name's Ethan. Holy shit.
That's what I thought.
Oh my god. And I said, laughing emoji, I'm glad you're really into the book. And you went, yes, I'm so interested, laughing emoji. And she's pregnant. Like, bro.
Like, bro.
I said, yeah, I told you I really love this book. And you went, this is going to be fucking wild.
And it was. I really went off, guys.
And I said, it's great. And you said, everyone's talking about her not having an alarm system. Like, bro, sketchy. And I'm like, right?
Talk about how skinny she is all the time.
Yeah.
How she doesn't eat.
Yeah, like
All alone. Big old
aren't you a little
house.
scared of all these people knowing this information?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like laughing but crying. And then you said, at that point, if I was the doctor, I'd be like, okay, well, now I need one because y'all keep saying it. And I said, ha, 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 yeah. You went, crazy shit. I know I'm texting update. You said, I know. I'm texting updates because I'm at work and can't snap. LOL. But EJ sent the doctor the video of her slashing the tires and now at her front door. And now I'm thinking the beginning, Ethan couldn't find the house. But then he figured how to get there just looking at map.
Yeah.
But he must know because he's in all caps, already been there.
That's what I thought too.
Already been there.
Well, no, because Ethan was like, he's like, I got this. I can get to the house. And then he's like, talks about the same type of wine. Like, obviously,
Yes.
you know, the author set us up for this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I thought
We should have known.
I was so smart and was like, guys, I figured
Hear
it
me
out.
out.
I figured it out. They like the same, the same type of wine that, he finds in the cellar was the wine that the killer
Look,
commented
we're
on.
just girls,
It's the wine
okay?
The,
Because he
the
brought-
killer gifted her.
Yeah. And that he wants to be like a wine connoisseur or whatever. And,
So still in all
both
caps.
have sketchy background, family, parent drama. Yeah.
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 Just blame the parents. Anyway, in all caps, he's already been there. Still in all caps. Mess with his parents' brakes? What? And I said, I'm so
He did.
yeah. And I said, I'm so thrilled that you're enjoying this. And you went, yes, it's so good. And then you went on this is the next day now. And you were like, they delete the video and he says he's gonna kill her, like, bruh, and all caps, someone's in the house. There's a corpse under the floor. What is happening? And I said, it's so funny watching you go through the same thoughts and emotions that I went through. You, still in all caps. And now they heard someone in YHE, office. You meant to write the. But you were so excited. The office. Ah! I know, right? LOL, love that for us. Still in all caps.
This is still going.
I know.
I went off.
Yeah, and I said, it gets better. She goes, ah! Okay, so Luke is there and contained on the couch. He's finding out that she listened to the tapes. OMG.
Should we just put these up on Spark Notes?
Yeah.
Like for people reading this
No,
book?
or like Goodreads. You know, when you go through and you
Yeah.
Oh
highlight.
my god, yeah. But then you switch to all caps. OMG, he's Jeff the bad guy. I knew it. It has to be. Haha. And then again yesterday, a couple hours later, the girl PL tape, we find out the girl actually killed the fiance and friend because they were cheating and she stabbed herself so she wouldn't get in trouble. LOL.
LOL.
And I said, wild. And you went, she's nuts, this girl. No way the doctor's about to kill EJ. And I just sent you the laughing emoji because I was like, I can't say anything, otherwise it might spoil it. And then
Yeah.
all caps again. Holy crap, she's putting him in.
She's what?
Putting him in.
Oh.
Probably meant putting him in the floor.
Yeah,
meant
pulling
putting
him
him in
in.
the floor.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Thank God I had read the book because you literally just wrote, holy crap, she's putting him in. The doc is the villain. Bro, he did, Edward.
Edward?
Yeah, 'cause that was EJ.
Yes.
Yeah, that was his
Edward.
name. He did, Edward. I like how I had to like confirm like it was Edward.
That was
died.
dead.
Yeah.
As if she didn't already read it. No.
Yeah, I know.
But, and I just said LMAO, and you went, that's wild. And I said, your range of emotions is hilarious, and you just go, thank you. And I, is that it? Oh, right. And then
The epilogue
I
part.
said, no, you were just talking about, oh my god, I can't wait to, like, in the chat be like, guys, read this. And then I said, all right, sounds good. And then I said, I'm very curious on both your opinions of the ending. And you said, it's interesting right now. The smell's making her room smell bad. And I said,
Yeah.
gross. And you went, totally. She goes back out with Luke too. Okay, crazy. She's a murderer. Stars emoji.
For the drama.
Yeah. Patricia is here. Oh no. OMG. Patricia killed the doctor. OMG. I meant Trisha.
That sounded like it rhymed.
Wait, I meant Trisha. Wait, I'm messing up names. Trisha killed the doctor.
Because she's
Or is there a
Patricia.
girl named- Or is there a girl named Patricia? OMG, I just realized. Holy poop. Trisha killed the doctor. OMG, she's crazy. Wow, I'm so shook. Ethan's mom went to the doctor and he burned her tapes. And the mom died? What? He said he killed her. What? Luke and EJ are buried in their garden. Like, ew. She said she'll kill her husband if she has to in the future if he freaks out. What? And I said, I told you this book was great. And you were like, girl, it was incredible.
Thank you.
Thank you for our Skylar texts segment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I need
It's
to
like
do
Katie
this now.
comments. It's like my
Yes.
recaps.
Oh, yeah.
It felt like that.
It did.
Yeah.
It gave off that vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, was the performance good?
It was
Yes, it was
really
very
good,
good.
honestly.
She's really good.
She's really good. But yeah, the book was really good. Obviously, you saw me. You heard me. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
What up? Sky Dog in the club. I don't know what I'm saying. Please start talking so I stop talking.
Okay.
I like how I'm like intensely staring at the camera too. Like,
Okay. So I will ask you, A, do you like Freida McFadden's writing style?
yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you?
Of course I love it.
Okay,
Oh
bet.
my gosh. Do you guys plan on reading more of her
Yes.
books in the
Yes.
future? Do you know what one you would like to read next?
I think
The
that,
one with the keyhole on the cover.
yes, the
Housemaid.
housemaid.
Yes,
So
Housemaid.
that's one of the few ones that I haven't read yet either.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan.
Okay.
Did we just pick our
next book?
Next book.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I'm definitely curious to read more of her books and just get totally mind blown.
Yeah.
Because I really, as you heard, I was not expecting what happened to. Bless you.
I'm so sorry.
You're fine. I wasn't expecting what happened to that.
It's a jump scare.
Ow.
I can't talk anyway, so we're falling apart. Anyway, but it was really good, and I'm very interested to see and read other things that she's got going down. And I feel like I really liked. I don't know what I'm saying. I really liked listening. I feel like it got me more in it, because she also like would like make it sound like she was screaming on the audio and stuff like that. So it was just, and the fact that that was the last person you would expect, Tricia. Like I really like had.
You're lured into this false sense of security, and what makes it work so well is because it's a therapist. You don't know the names of who who her patients are because
Yeah.
of confidentiality.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy. And that's why she's like, oh, I'm going to like listen to these tapes. And it's like,
because she
Okay.
wanted to hear her own.
I
You don't
know.
realize
Yeah.
that until the end.
She's weird. And then in my good,
She killed somebody.
well,
She's
yeah,
weird. She's quirky.
she's weird. And I know you laughed at it because, so I, in my Goodreads review, I wrote like this massive thing, but it's fine. One of the things I said is, you know, they talk about their kids at the end. Well, she's pregnant with their second kid. The kid's playing in the garden, like tripping over this patch of soil where the bodies are. Okay, that's normal. And I was like, they have their kid, poor child. And moved into the doctor's old house. Now she's pregnant again. Again, poor child. Like that's just so terrible. Like you bring these kids into like
Their
in the
parents are
world.
murderers.
Yeah.
But they're like normal murderers.
I guess if that's what you
You
want to
mean
say.
They're not serial killers.
Right. She kept saying stuff like that. She's like, it could be worse.
Yeah.
She's like, he
serial killer.
She's like, he only killed one person and I've killed like 6. But it's fine.
Who's
Yeah,
counting?
and she's like, yeah, and I'll murder him if he gets too sketchy.
I know.
You're the sketchy one.
It kind of is giving you on Netflix.
Oh, I was like,
thought
me?
you were talking
No, no,
about Wonder
Me?
Woman.
No, it's giving
You.
like the show You.
Yes,
Got
yes, yes.
Have you watched that?
Yes.
You would like it. It's literally
I've heard there's too much sex. Not for me.
And the books you read isn't?
I don't like that either.
Okay.
But y'all keep freaking wanting to read these smutty books. Finally, we have something with none of that. And I was living. Sorry.
Katie's
I'm
like,
a prude.
okay. Look, some,
Hey,
I don't need like the crazy stuff. I just need a little bit of romance.
if it adds to the
A
story,
little bit of kissy
fine.
poo.
Yeah.
A little bit of-
Well, there was a little bit of romance in here. She's like, oh, he's such a good husband. But then it's like, girl, you psycho.
I love.
Hopefully
that,
he
like,
never cheats on her.
She was also doubting her husband for a long time.
Yeah.
She was getting scared by him, and I'm
I-
like, girl, do you not know him that
No,
well?
I have a. Well, no,
Well,
obviously
they've only
she doesn't.
They've only
because
been together.
for like 6. Well,
6
they were only
months.
married 6 months,
Yeah, and they got,
but it was pretty quick.
yeah, I think it
And
was,
she stalked. Well, we learned that she stalked him out.
yeah, so she knew him
But
long before,
now-
you know.
Then why was she panicking?
I was.
I
about
think
to
because she was
say-
freaking out that he was going to find the body or something because she didn't know where the body was. Because she was like,
Yeah.
where'd you hide the body? What was her name? Andrea? No.
Adrian.
Adrian. And she's like, where'd you hide the body? And in your house? But she didn't know where. So she's like, oh my gosh. Yeah, so she's like, oh my gosh, I hope he doesn't just like open a cupboard and it's just like, oh,
Body.
there's a body.
Well, okay.
And they kind of
maybe-
did.
Do you think the reason why she could be paranoid is, well, obviously she has some sort of like mental instability because she's a murderer.
Right.
Um,
And she knew someone
but-
else was in the house too.
Yeah, but do you think that it was like she wasn't afraid of like being murdered in the house, or like, because we assumed that she was afraid of being murdered in the house alone in the woods, and she was like a little hesitant around her husband because she doesn't know him that well. Do you think that instead she wasn't afraid of being murdered in the house, she was afraid of being found out in the house? Who was in the house? Obviously not the murderer, because she is the murderer.
And she killed the person that
and-
lived there.
Exactly. So she's nervous about, people poking around and, maybe her getting caught. But
Yeah.
also maybe she's paranoid because she's so mentally unstable that she's convinced herself she's a victim. Because I know that's the part she played.
Yeah, she
Do you
did.
know what I mean?
She did play that part very well. But obviously, when you're a trained psychiatrist / therapist, I forget exactly what she was. But
Was it a
No, but I mean,
psychiatrist?
like, between her and her husband.
no, I'm saying
Yeah.
that like when she would talk to Adrian, like Adrian was so good at her job that she actually
knew.
managed to deduce that like she's
It was a
she can tell when
multiple
she's lying, and like
yeah.
she started to find holes in her story because she records everything
Yes.
and she'll go back and listen. So if she makes a statement here but then completely backtracks in another day, she's like, okay, things aren't adding up. So she was good at her job.
Yes.
And I do think that Tricia, I think she gets so into the moment that she can actually convince herself in her
That's
head
what I
that
meant,
she's
yeah.
the victim.
That that like between her relationship with her and Ethan being in the house, I believe she was genuinely afraid because she was so good.
She was very careful.
She was so good at, playing that victim role that she convinced herself she was actually paranoid. And, it's a stretch, but
No, I
like, not that she was faking that she was scared being in that house. Oh, the painting got moved, and there's food in the
creepy.
fridge, and I don't want to take a dead woman's clothes. Like, no, I genuinely think she wasn't being methodical about that. I think she was genuinely paranoid.
I think
Yeah.
she might have also felt like maybe some kind of remorse, like she doesn't want to wear the clothes of the woman that she had killed,
Right.
to save her own hide.
right.
But I do think it is very interesting. Like now that I've read it again, you think that she's scared of getting murdered. After you're done reading it, you start to think like, oh, now that I'm done, I know all the information. Maybe she was scared of either being found out or caught. Or accidentally stumbling upon the body without even looking for it.
Yes.
Right.
So, yeah. Did y'all know who was, like, squatting in the house? Did you guess
Yes.
that part at all? No? Okay.
No,
so
I'm-
Katie did.
I knew Luke was innocent the entire time.
Yeah.
And
I figured he was innocent, but I didn't think he'd be there, so I really didn't know. I was like, maybe the doctor's still alive and she's in the house or something. But
he
then
was the only one that made sense to me.
And he was the
Yeah.
only one that they,
no, it makes sense looking
from
back.
chapter 1, said that he was still out there somewhere.
Yeah.
So that's why
I
thought
just I didn't put that together, but that's okay. My first one, guys. It's
It's
fine.
alright. No, yeah.
I'm not good at like stuff like this, like figuring it
okay.
out.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah,
I like a good puzzle.
I try, but then I'm like, ooh, that's not right. But
But in terms of Freida McFadden books, we do want to read The Housemaid, and I'm glad that we'll all get to
Yes.
like kind of buddy
Mhm.
read that together.
Yes.
There are other books on the back of this book right now. 2
Mhm.
of them I will recommend because the other 2 I have not read yet. But my two favorite books by her are Locked Door
okay,
and The Inmate,
okay,
and this is a close like third.
okay.
But yeah, Locked Door. It screwed with my head. I was like, but also the
Scary.
first thriller of hers that I listened to an audiobook of was The Inmate.
Okay.
And that one was also really good, and the twist was so
I thought you
twisted.
were
I know, I
I
was
thought
like-
you were about to spoil the twist.
No,
And the twist was.
no, the twist was so twisty. Like I felt
Okay.
like my head did a 360 turn. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I definitely want to read like all of her books, so
Yeah.
I'm excited to really read them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let's do it. Well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode, our spooky episode. Ooh, scary ghosts. Make sure to subscribe to our channel. Make sure to follow all of our social medias and come back next week for another episode. Yep, it'll be November, which is like, wow, the months are moving. Yep.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Yes.
Little boogies. What are we calling them? Not boogies. Babbles.
Babbles. Every time we say babbles, I think of Bibble from
the Barbie movie.
Yes.
Oh.
Do you know who Bibble is?
Yeah.
I love
Oh
Bibble.
my God.
Love him. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time.